Once upon a time, a wizard named Pete went for a stroll when he discovered a strange block. There seemed to be something under it, but he couldn't quite see what it was. He tried to move the block out of the way, but it was no use. It was too heavy. That's when he decided to write me a letter. It reads, "Dear Tim, I need to move a heavy block out of the way. Can you help me out by adding a spell? Cheers, Pete." Of course, I will help out. So today I'm going to be adding two spells, both in the theme of levitation. The first one being a remote control telekinesis spell. So yeah, in my opinion, one of the most obvious spells to implement in this game is a levitation or telekinesis spell. It can allow for some interesting puzzles, but it will also allow for a lot of messing around and doing sandboxy stuff. I also want there to be the least amount of limitations possible, so the idea is that any object you see in the world is liftable. I started out by making props levitate straight up when casting the spell. Then I made the levitating props move based on the player's input. But as you can see, the player is also moving around when moving around the props, so I had to add a channeling state. When in the channeling state, the player is unable to move and all the controls are hijacked for the currently active spell. It took a couple of tries to get the animation right. At first it looked more like waving than channeling. I mean, look at this, it's almost as if the player is waving the NPC goodbye. Bye Dan, have fun hanging in the air. After some tweaking it now looked somewhat right, but I might have changed it up a bit in the future. I'm thinking about adding a staff or a wand for the wizard to wield, so that might help this animation look a bit better. So now I got the levitation spell in, but I wasn't quite done yet. And there were a lot of great ideas in the comments on the last devlog, so I decided to add them all to the Trello board and pick one out of those. The spell I picked out of the comments was the stasis idea, since it was so close to the spell that I just implemented. I started out by making a copy of the levitation spell, then I changed the code up a bit, so instead of the player moving around the object would just lift straight up into the air. And after I was done coding, I added some particle effects. I also added a landmark projector so that you can clearly see where the stasis field is. Right now I only have one mark sprite for the mark spell and also the projector for the stasis, and I will change those up in the future, but since I don't know how many marks I need yet, I'm just gonna stick with this one for now. I think the end result looks pretty cool. The handy thing about this spell is that you can walk around while stuff is being lifted. So now that we have new spells available, I think Pete should have no trouble moving that block. What's this? Seems Pete discovered a clue of some kind. I guess he will have to figure out what it is. In the meantime, I'll just have to work on the game a bit more. As always, if you have any ideas for this game, feel free to add them in the comments. I will add them straight to the Trello board, and you might just see your idea in the next video.